Oh, wait, let me go grab the, hold on, wait, we're live, hold on. Live, it's Saturday night in New York.
Oh, I got it.
Here we go,
July
here we go,
12th.
here we go.
Yeah,
okay, hey,
that's right.
hi, I know we're live, but my catalog was over on the couch. So anyway, okay. Welcome to another live edition, the Beth Djalali Style at a Certain Age channel. And if you are not familiar, I am Beth Djalali, and this is my lovely co-host, who happens to be my daughter-in-law,
Kelly, hi.
Yes. So today it's all about the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. So I had to get my little catalog here. We were trying to find the dates to shop. I know the date that I'm shopping, but I wanted to see when it opened up for everybody else. So, so we do have the dates. It opens up to the icons. That is not me. I'm an ambassador. So we shop on the 9th. That much I know. The preview is going on now. The icons get to shop on the 8th.
That's right.
And then it opens to the public, I believe, on the
12th.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if you are not familiar with the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, well, we will share just a little bit. This is a very iconic sale. And it's a big sale because we're really shopping. It's like Christmas in July. We're shopping fall items.
Yeah.
All the fall items go on sale now. So we basically can scan what we want to purchase for the fall. And we all know fall is honestly the best season for fashion, in my estimation anyway. It really is. So that's why this sale is just so iconic. And it's been going on for years and years. We've been shopping it for at least, is this our fifth year?
Fifth year,
Jess,
yeah.
So Jess, our photographer, this will be her 4th year with us. And Chelsea, one of my daughters-in-law, has joined us in other ones. I'm not sure if she'll join this year because she has a newborn baby.
Yeah.
So June would have to come with Chelsea, so I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway,
Probably not.
we make it's just really a fun, kind of a 2-day extravaganza for us. So we go to Atlanta. So we drive to Atlanta. We live in Athens. We don't have a local Nordstrom. So we drive. We go in the night before. We always have dinner at a fun place.
It's always nice.
And then we go shopping the next morning. And typically Nordstrom invites us to like a little pre-open. So we go, we can if we want to, at 8 o'clock. And then they serve breakfast. And then we can shop very quietly if we want to. We typically end up about 9:30, probably even closer to 10 when we show up.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to beat the doors down. It's
It's never that packed anyway because the way they stagger the card member access.
Right.
So usually for the influencer, or I'm sorry, the ambassador level is pretty few people. So it's actually really a nice shopping experience because there's plenty of room for dressing rooms. There's plenty of walking around space and everything. So it's nice.
Yeah. And there are a lot of different opinions about the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. I've seen a little bit of a backlash in the past few years, and that might be because, influencers, bloggers, we do cover it, and we cover it in depth, and I think maybe some of you are a little tired of hearing about the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. I don't know, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I get tired of it, and we have to talk about it.
Well, it's a whole month long.
It's a long sale.
Yeah, it's a long sale.
It's a long sale, and not only that, but there's a nice bit in that your card member status indicates if you get to shop early and when you get to shop early. So like Beth's an ambassador. I think I'm icon or I'm the one down below, influencer status. So it's a day later. And
right.
I think the problem, even in just shopping a day after it opens for the icons, so much stuff is already gone.
Right. Right.
So I think that's
those icons.
That's one of the hard.
There's a reason they're icons. They spend a lot of money.
They spend a lot of money.
It's all based on your status is all based on how much you spend per year at Nordstrom.
Yeah.
And so I've never reached icon status. Never, ever, ever. I mean, I do spend quite a bit every year, and that's just because Nordstrom. I mean, it's like Amazon Prime, which hello. We'll have a live about Amazon Prime next year, but I mean July
next week.
Yeah, or next week. Did I say? I said next year.
I wish it were next year, but it's coming up soon.
We have two of these big sales back to back, but I really look at Nordstrom in a way like Amazon because they have so many items. You can shop home, you can shop shoes, you can shop beauty, you can shop whatever category. They have free shipping. Their shipping is not as fast as Amazon. I mean, that's probably my one big complaint about Nordstrom.
Sure,
is
but their return
shipping.
policy kind of, in my opinion, makes up for that a little bit. You just can't really get anything in a hurry, ever.
Right, no, you cannot be at all.
Yeah.
But it's a great retailer, and that's why I do shop there. I will always shop there. I will always love them because it can be one-stop shopping, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So anyway. But again, this is live, so you can stop by and say hello if you have any questions. So really, this is all just very loosey-goosey today. Kelly has picks. I have some picks. We're not really doing anything in order. It's not like our favorite items under $100. It's not
yet.
Our beauty items. It's just, these are just what, I mean, honestly, and Kelly didn't get a catalog.
I didn't even get a catalog.
Which is kind of sad, but I actually went through my catalog and then I dog-eared it. And I think I think there's really something to be said about investing money still in catalogs because things will catch your eye here that they don't necessarily, just on the retail site.
Yeah.
So.
We were talking about that when I got over here earlier today because Beth has the catalog. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, and a lot of the items that I see in the catalog, I saw them online and they didn't really jump out at me online, and I do a lot of online shopping, so usually I'm pretty forgiving when it comes to like online merchandising. But then I see some of the things, the way that they've got them merchandised in the catalog and photographed and everything, and it just, I was like, oh, I wouldn't have thought that I liked that, and then I see it in the catalog and it jumped out to me. So
it does make a difference.
It's kind of just funny the way that we shop nowadays and how we see things and what speaks to us. So,
right, and I think that's why many of you tune into us, and also the blog is because we will actually pick items out and then we style it our way. And then you can actually see how it looks on a real person.
Right. And so speaking of that, coming up next Tuesday or next Wednesday when we do go shopping at Nordstrom, we will have a lot of like real-time sort of footage shot in the dressing room that we will put up as a video to kind of show you, A, did we find the things that we're going to talk about today in the store?
I know, that's always...
B, if we did, how did they look? And then what else we found besides the stuff that we are going to talk about today.
Yeah, so going back to the icons, they will, because I do like to shop higher end brands during this sale because there's usually some really good picks and some a good discount on them, but that's usually what sells out the fastest.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things I have my eye on. I'll share it here in just a bit, and I bet
They won't be
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure that they won't be there the day
Yeah.
that we shop. And then also too, I will, even though I love still to shop in the store, the stores, this is kind of sad, but it really every year, I'll be
Yeah.
curious to see what it's like this year, but every year it seems like there's less and less merchandise to choose from in store, that
Yeah.
most of it's online.
And we kind of
So-
thought, I remember we kind of thought that was just a COVID thing because the year that COVID was happening, we kind of thought that, but it's kind of just stayed that way for the years after. And
It has,
so
at least in Atlanta. You know, maybe it's, I was
sure it's
invited to
different somewhere
something
else.
with YouTube in New York, but I mean, I'm not going. But I would be curious to see, maybe that's something, you know, we can plan for next year or something like that, to see what other stores are like. I only can compare
yeah,
to our store here in Atlanta. So, and every year it just seems like that
Yeah.
and that makes me a little sad because I do know that the stylists, they get a commission, and so
that's tough for them.
it's
yeah.
very tough. It
Yeah.
really is. But I'm also seeing a lot more Nordstrom stylists coming.
bloggers.
I know, become bloggers and influencers and Instagrammers, which is also kind of interesting. But anyway, so stop by and say hello. And actually, we can just check and see if anybody has said hello to us today.
We don't have anyone stopping by to say hi yet.
Well, stop by and say hello. If you're shopping the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, I'm really curious, or what your thoughts are, because as we said, there's been kind of a backlash in the past couple of years, and I do really think that it's because we're covering it extensively in the the blogger influencer world, and even like last year, I saw a lot of YouTube videos like, I'm not going to be shopping Nordstrom.
Yeah?
And then this is why. So anyway,
Interesting.
I know.
Well, I think we've talked about covering it a bit less than we have in the past in terms of what we put on the blog. So I think we'll probably do a little bit more kind of YouTube coverage and maybe some Instagram stuff, but really kind of paring it back so we don't overwhelm everybody and get everyone to be tired of it before it's over, because
Right.
it is a long sale.
Yeah, it is. It's a very long sale. It's a whole month long, yes. And then if you are interested, we will have a whole section over on the blog, and we'll leave the blog's link down below. But you can go over there and then you can see our pics. And we will, as the month goes on, we are doing different things. Like we will have a beauty day where we're just taking a deep dive into the beauty products, or maybe shoes and boots. I think we're doing like shoes, because shoes, I mean, that's how Nordstrom got their, their claim to fame was they started off with shoes. They were always well known for their shoe selection. I still think they have a good selection. So, so we'll have that, and like picks, under $100, different things like that.
Yeah, and we actually have if you go over to the blog, on the top menu bar, we have a little button that says End Sale, and it's coded in yellow. So every post that we do that is related to this year's sale will be
Linked
right
up
there. So you can just click that button and see all the posts that we're doing as we're doing them. So.
Right, yeah. And as I mentioned, we will be shopping next week, so we will be sharing. I mean, if we see anything that we like in the store, we'll bring it home, but we will have some dressing room diaries as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned. So, okay. Well, so that said, blah, blah, blah. So, Kelly, why don't you kick it off? So what caught your eye?
Okay, so the first thing that I have on my list is the Ralph Lauren belted cotton shirt dress. So this is not going to be in a petite, which is kind of a bummer, but it's one of those pieces that I don't often spring for designery things, but when I do, Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, like Beth said, is a great time to do that. And this is one of those items that is worth going to be tailoring if I need to have it tailored. So whether it needs hem.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, whether it needs hemming at the bottom, or maybe I want to bring the sleeves up a little bit, to fit my frame better. But because it's a shirt dress, I think it's a pretty easy to get away with. As a petite in a regular size. So I'm hoping that I'm able to find that in store so I can try it on.
I like that.
So yeah, it's just really cute, very
do.
simple. I think it'll be nice for fall too.
Nordstrom doesn't carry a lot of Ralph Lauren, not as much as like Bloomies or Macy's, but they do, and they will trot things out during the anniversary sale. There's always like a jacket or two that I need another jacket, like I need a hole in the head, but that's my Midwestern roots for you, and I'm still like it's like magic. It just like draws me in.
Yeah,
And I did
magnets.
see it. I saw a Ralph Lauren jacket that I already have my eye on. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't need it. But anyway.
Well, let's really
I like
quickly,
it.
before you jump into your
Yeah.
first pick, Zoe from the Low Country in South Carolina says hi. So,
Hi, Zoe.
Hi,
Thanks so
Zoe.
much for stopping by. Tell us, are you going to shop the sale this year? I'm just really curious as to what people's
she
sentiments
says
are.
no Nordstrom where she is,
No.
so online all the way,
Yeah.
which I totally get that. You know, while we do actually shop in store, most of what I end up keeping from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale is stuff that I've gotten online. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and especially with you because they don't necessarily have your size.
Yeah,
That's
they
been a
never
challenge
do.
for you in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll try things on, they're way too big. They're
way too big.
And then you have to go and see if they still have it online. And,
Yeah.
and sometimes they don't. So that is one of the things that I will recommend and that's what I really love about the preview. And Nordstrom has been extending in the past years their preview time, which is nice. So go and, tick off what you like, line it up. So when you are able to shop, then you can just, you can click that button and
You can add it to your wish list. So the wish list will keep all the things that you have liked, and then that way you get notifications. When it's time for you to shop, you'll get notifications that it's available, or if it's something sells out. So it'll kind of keep you posted as to the status of the items that you like, and then you used to hope sometimes that they actually restock stuff because they do over the course of the sale. I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
So
I have too. Not necessarily the high-end things. But,
no, but like sunglasses and things like that, I've had good luck with. That
or
kind of-
handbags.
or shoe sizes.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, so my first pick, so this is a Nordstrom made brand. And if you're not familiar with Nordstrom made brands, these are brands that are exclusive to Nordstrom and they're very reasonably priced. So that's Zella, that's Open Edit, that's Caslon. And I mean, there's
a number of them.
there's a number of them. Those are the ones that pop into my head. Halogen, but Caslon is a very good brand, and so these are their kick flare pants, and I love kick flare pants in the wintertime. And these just look beautiful. They're pull-on pants. They're stretch and they're Ponte, so that's a very substantial fabric.
Yeah, that's
and
good for winter.
so definitely, so this really caught my eye. So Caslon's affordable on any given day, but during the anniversary sale, so it was originally $69.50 and it's on sale for $45.99, which I think is a really good.
That's a great deal.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
And then they have it in black and they have it in navy. So
nice.
Anyway, that's on my list because I'm a big sucker for flare pants. So,
yeah. Well, I really like the Ponte. Like I noticed last season, or last winter when I had a couple pairs of Ponte pants, and I really wore them a lot. Yeah, I wore them a lot because they've just were so warm and
they are
and
so
fit
comfortable.
and went with everything. Yeah.
Just put a nice little sweater over the top, or you can dress them up too. But anyway, so those caught my eye. So that's my first pick.
Okay, so I'm going to actually jump down to a pick of mine. This is number 5 on my list. It's because you mentioned Nordstrom made brands. This is a Caslon boucle bomber jacket. So number 5 on my list. And I actually really like this jacket because not only do I really like the bomber style, but I really, really like the boucle. Like it's just such a fun, wintry, warm, nubby, textury fabric. I just really like it. So I had a couple boucle items last year that weren't from Nordstrom, but every time I wore the sweater, it just felt so cozy and good. Yeah. So
and it has
keep my eye open
texture,
for it.
and that's one of the style tips that we recommend a lot is, especially if you're wearing neutrals, if you just bring in some texture, it just really gives that little extra something to your outfit.
Yeah.
So
this
I
bomber
like
jacket
that.
comes in black and it comes in white. So the white is actually really pretty too. It's on sale for under $100, and after the sale it'll be $150. So it's a
really
pretty good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, Caslon, they come out with some good stuff.
It's a good brand. It really is so affordable, and I do love the Nordstrom made brands. They know what they're doing, definitely.
They do.
So second on my list is jeans. Are you shocked that I picked out a pair of jeans? So this is cut from the cloth, and I only have one pair of cut from the cloth. They're pair of boyfriend denim. I want to say I actually got them at the anniversary sale a few years ago. I could be wrong.
yeah.
But I liked these deep cuff jeans from Cut from the Cloth. I just think they're very chic. I know a lot of women are still kind of on the fence with the cuff jeans.
The wide, tall cuffs.
The very tall cuffs or wide cuffs, however you want to say it. But I love them. They've been really trending for the past, I want to say like 2-3 years. And I just love them more every year.
Yeah.
So this is definitely on my list. And I think it's just the type of jean that you can dress up with a blazer. You can just throw a sweater on. I mean, I just think you can go in a lot of different directions with this. So,
Right.
So it's called the Sienna High Waist Cuffed Hem Wide Leg Jeans. There you go.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. But there again, we'll have everything linked in the description box. And then also YouTube, comes along and they will put the products. They link the products and so you can see it actually on the screen too. I know a lot of people, you may be watching from your television, that's not, then you're not like clicking on something.
Right.
But anyway, we have a few ways that you can actually shop our picks, and so the description box is one of them. But I really like these. So, and I kind of think that these will be available when we
Probably.
go shop.
That's actually one thing that usually they have good stock of are jeans. You can never go wrong with finding jeans that.
Yeah.
Well, you can, but I always manage to find a pair or two that I really like.
Yeah, I like those.
So really quickly, before I move on, Julianne, hello from Utah. Always fun to get your recommendations. Right now, just looking for ideas, same as us.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Well, this is just what caught our eyes. I mean, we're not going to go on for hours and hours. I mean,
No.
we definitely could. I mean, my goodness, there are a lot of things that are available.
There are.
But these are just like 10 things. We were just thinking 10 picks from Kelly and 10 picks from me. And this is just really just, what initially caught our eyes.
Yeah,
so.
first blush. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so next on my list, I'm actually going to go for number 8 on my list. This is the Sam Edelman Houndstooth Layered Wool Blend Coat. Another mouthful. I should have probably put this as number 1 on my list because I think it's my favorite thing that I've got on my list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my favorites here are in no particular order, I guess. But I really like this coat. And one of the things I was telling Beth earlier, I saw this coat and I figured, it doesn't come in petite, so this is, even if it is at the store, it's probably going to be too big.
Yeah, I like it.
But then I watched the little video that Nordstrom puts on their website of the salesperson kind of walking you through the product, and the girl who was wearing it, she was only 5'3".
Oh.
I'm only 5 feet, so there's not that much difference between her and me.
I know, right.
So I thought, well, it actually works for her. The sleeves weren't too long, the length wasn't too long, and I thought, well, okay, I'm going to try this one.
All right.
So what I really like about this coat is that it's looks very, very soft. It looks very comfortable. And it's got this really cool feature where one of the lapels, it almost looks like an inner lining that's folded over. So it's just a little bit of a different color. And then it's got that same different wool color lining the flat pockets on the sides. So it just looks different and interesting, and I don't really have anything like it. And so I thought I'd try to snap that up if I can.
I do. I like it.
So, yeah.
And Sam Edelman, I mean, that brand is really known for their shoes and their boots and all of that, but they do have some clothes as well.
They do. Their jackets, I think, are particularly worth looking at. And their shoes. I love
agree.
Their shoes,
their shoes. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So affordable, very well made, and then they always have one eye on what the luxury brands are doing. So then they bring that into an affordable world.
They do.
Which I like.
Affordable yet quality. Like I've had Sam Edelman shoes for years and years.
You can't go
years.
wrong.
So
you definitely
I
can't.
definitely recommend that brand.
Yep. Okay, so next on my list is a Good American, and I have several Good American jeans. That's all I have from them. I don't have anything else.
Oh, really?
I have, actually, I have a pair of faux leather pants. It's funny, I just have like pants from Good American. I have a pair of jeans I absolutely love, and then this summer I bought a pair of pink Good American that I really like a lot. The flare, so cute. Really like that. So this caught my eye. So these are Good American leopard print kick flare jeans. So They look a little bit short in this model, but I'm guessing that this model that's modeling it is about 5'10". I bet it'll probably even come to my ankle. I'm 5'8". I'll be curious to see what the fit is, but I just purchased at the when spring was turning into summer, a pair from J. Crew, and I haven't worn them yet because then it started to get a little bit warm, and so, and then Leopard too in the summertime. I don't know. I think Leopard is just more for fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love it all year round.
Yeah, that's just kind of me.
I love it.
So maybe like, accessory or something like that I'll add. But anyways, these definitely caught my eye. And I just will say all of the other good American jeans that I have, and then the faux leather pants, I really like. And I think that they're a very good quality.
Nice.
So I think that these will probably, I don't think they'll disappoint me. So, and I just thought they were just fun. And a little bit Peggy Bundy-ish, from... I think it's kind of okay. I mean,
but I
you
think
can do it in a very tasteful way.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say they're not spandex leggings or something like that. They're they're jeans, and they've got that cute little flare on them.
Yeah, I really like them. And I really like how they're modeled here. Is there's just a little kitten heel, and that's just something that you can do with something that's a little bit out there. You can just bring in some classic accessories and just really tone it down a little bit.
Right.
And,
Right.
Which I like. But anyway, so that's on my list. I think it'd be super cute for fall.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm actually going to mix things up. Sorry, over there, our producer. I'm going to go for my number 10 on my list is the Leffler Randall Olivia ankle strap sandal. So these...
I love that brand.
I really do too, and it's way out of my price range all the time except for Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, really. So during the sale, these shoes are $194. After the sale, they're nearly $300 at $295. But these shoes are so well made, and they are so the quality is going to last the rest of my life. So, and they're just so cute, and I love. The color is called Timber, and it's kind of an orangey brown color. They're very striking. It feels like a neutral, but it definitely also feels a little bit. Outside of that neutral box.
I like the heel on that.
It's got a nice block heel, got an ankle strap
they
for
seem very
a little
retro
extra.
to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Like 1940s a noir film or something like that.
Yeah, with the little knot on the upper. These I feel like Leffler Randall shoes. Like I really like all of their heel heights are really nice, but they do a really good job, I think, of making low heel height shoes look very chic.
Yes.
They never look kind of boxy, or I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but they're just a very elegant shoe, even with the short block heel. So those are definitely on my list. I really hope I can find them in store so I can try them on, but I will definitely try to order them online. So.
Well, I hope it's available.
Yeah, me too.
I do. Those are the things that tend to go fast. But
Yeah.
So my next pick, I hope that this is available. I have a pretty good idea it's not going to be. I'm already setting myself up to lower my expectations, but I already love it. So this is Reiss. I love Reiss. It's a really beautiful brand. It's not, I don't think it's as high end as like a Veronica Beard, but they're definitely, it's definitely a pricey brand, but everything else that I purchased from Reiss, I absolutely love, and I wear it on repeat. And I have this dress it's like a taupe color. So it's the same rib knit, and the dress just fits like a dream. So I know that this sweater will fit like a dream, and what really caught my attention was the vibrant blue.
Okay,
oh my gosh. It's just
really pretty.
Absolutely beautiful. So there again, I know it's going to be quality, and I know that the blue is just definitely one of my colors. I actually think blue goes on almost anyone's complexion. I think it's one of those universal colors. But anyway, I'm anytime, and Reiss always has some really cute things, and they always sell out the first day. Always.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to hope for the best, but I'm going to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
That this will not be available. But
yeah.
is that blue color not just beautiful?
It really is.
But but this is exactly like the dress, and so the sleeves are a little bit tight on the the forearm, And then they, I mean, it's not exaggerated. It's a very slim fit all the way around, but just the way that the dress is constructed, and so the sweater is exactly the same thing. It just has a beautiful drape.
Kind of
absolutely
a dolman sleeve a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, it is very pretty.
I love it. So, well, as I said, we'll hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Okay, next on my list is some Sam Edelman boots, actually. So the Woods knee-high boot. This is number 11 on my list. And it comes in a lot of different colors. So I think the shot that I have to show you guys is the dark Cafe Noir, which is a really like deep, dark chocolatey brown color, but it comes in a caramel color, and it comes in a burgundy, and it also comes, and these are suede, but it also comes in flat, like matte black leather and black suede. But these kind of, they're really sleek. They've got a pointy toe. It's kind of cowboy boot-esque. I think the heel especially seems very cowboy bootish. And then they've got a zipper on the inside, and they're knee height. So on a petite, again, I can struggle sometimes with knee-high boots.
Are they usually too tall?
They can be, yeah. And sometimes they're only slightly too tall in the sense that when I bend my knee, I notice it. And I don't necessarily want to feel like the rigid top of a boot when I bend my knee, you know? So so that's one thing that I would really like to be able to try on in store. So we'll see if they have that. But it is, after the sale, it's $250, and during the sale, they're $149.
It's really good.
So that's a great deal.
Yeah, that's $100 savings.
Yeah.
That's impressive, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
And there again, it's Sam Edelman. You just cannot go wrong with that brand. I've never. I mean, have you had any shoes? And I have a ton of Sam Edelman shoes. I can't think of one that I had to send back, or that didn't fit, or
nope, never.
Didn't
they
hold
always
up.
fit right
They
out of the
always
box.
do.
Their
Yeah.
sizes are really true. Like I can be weird sometimes between a 5, 5.5, and sometimes a 6 in some brands, and sometimes you just never know. And Sam Edelman, for me personally, is completely reliable. I can always know that I can get a size 5, and it's gonna always work.
It'll fit.
Yeah.
It is. Those are cute. I like those.
Yeah.
So what color did you want?
I really like the the very dark
The darkest
Cafe
one?
Noir.
Okay.
That very dark brown. Yeah.
I like that too. So this is my last clothing item. So these are the Reiss pants that actually match the Lorna sweater. So
I was gonna say, do you have the matching pants too?
and matching pants. They actually have a blazer too. So I mean, I could go full boogie and get the the whole thing.
Which actually would be nice.
It would. But I would be happy if I just get the sweater and the pants. But these are just very simple pants. They are originally $285, and they're on sale during the anniversary sale for $189.99. But there again, I really love Reiss. It's just a very quality brand, and I just think that these pants would be absolutely beautiful. And then plus, since it separates, I mean, together I would have a matching set, but then you can pull, pull them apart and create endless outfits.
For sure.
But there
I love
again,
matching separates.
this blue is just it's just so striking. Absolutely love it. So fingers crossed.
I hope
That you'll see me
We'll see.
modeling these.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I've got another shoe on my list. But before I get to that, actually, let me just check in here, and we can say hello to Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
So she's from Virginia Beach. Hot and rainy here today. We had that yesterday. You guys only have a Nordstrom rack there. And you find it difficult to shop by the online photos. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It is.
You always wish the models were older. I always wish they were shorter, actually.
I know.
So there we go there.
I know.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Deborah.
Well, and hopefully us just, sharing, talking, you'll get some ideas, because I do know that that's why many of you tune in, is that we make your shopping a little bit easier. And I will just say one more time, as this sale progresses, we'll have so many things over on the blog, and Kelly and I will be up at the store shopping, and we will have some dressing room diaries. So so keep tuning in.
Yeah, you can just check on the blog under our little end sale tab in yellow at the very top of the blog.
Yeah.
So in the main menu bar, very easy to find it.
Yep.
So the next thing on my list is another pair of shoes. So this is number 12 on my list, and these are the Donald Pliner Ombre Loafer in Platinum. Okay, I'm a fanatic for loafers. I think I probably have like
those are
15 or
super
20
cute.
pairs of loafers. I don't know if I'll, but they rotate, and actually it makes them last a lot longer because they rotate in, they rotate out, and So these loafers, what I really like about them is that they're perforated is the wrong word. They're not quite woven, but they're not quite. I don't even know. They look
cute.
woven.
Yeah.
Actually, when I look at it, when I zoom into it, it looks like they're woven loafers.
I like that lug sole too.
Yeah, they have a lug sole. They kind of have the pair that I chose, the platinum, is kind of a almost pearly, slightly metallic leather. So they've got just a slight sheen to them, which I think is really kind of fun and different.
I like those.
But the lug sole is really a nice feature, and I just love a different, a different kind of loafer.
That'll be a great transition from summer into fall.
For sure.
Because it's a neutral color. The lug sole gives it some weight to it.
Yeah, it's a little substantial.
Yeah, and very substantial. And so in the catalog, so there's a Sperry topsider. So those of you prepsters out there, you know what a Sperry topsider is. So, but it's kind of that mesh or the perforated.
Oh yeah, it's got the
look.
kind of woven bottom.
It doesn't have the lug sole, but anyway, yeah. When that came up, I'm like, oh yeah, they have that in the catalog. So
yeah,
anyway.
it almost kind of,
cute.
looks like caning, like the caning back of a chair or something.
Yeah.
Which is so popular lately with handbags, and I see it on shoes a lot now too. But yeah, I really hope I can get my hands on these because it's just a different kind of shoe that you're not going to see very often.
I like it. Yeah, those look like you.
Yeah, I love it.
So my next pick is Rag and Bone, and I was just telling Kelly, before we came on air, I love Rag and Bone. I really should have more Rag and Bone because whenever I'm like looking at all of their items, I'm like, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. So, but I just have like a belt. I just have a few things, usually accessories, but. I purchased a pair of Rag & Bone sneakers like 3 years ago at the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. They're still to this day my favorite sneakers. So I love this suede one. So it comes in 2 different colors. So I like the Merlot. They also offer it in a light gray, which I think is actually very pretty too. They're very similar to the ones that I have, except the ones that I currently own are a very neutral, very light neutral, and they're also like more of a parachute fabric. I want to say it's not, but
nylon.
Like nylon, yeah. And these are suede. So, but I just thought that they would be super cute with jeans and all the fall.
I really like the color.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's a very pretty color.
But I have high hopes that these will be available and will live up to my love for the ones that I currently own. So
I like it. Very nice. My next pick, number 13 on my list. So Margot shoes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this brand at all, but I have seen these shoes. I get fed the ads for Margot on Instagram constantly, and every time I see a shoe that I like, and I don't even realize it's Margot. I click to see it, and it turns out to be Margot, and it's super expensive.
Yeah, they are.
And so I've never actually sprung for a pair of Margot shoes, and I really would like to try. So I think the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale might be my only chance. So these platform sandals I think are super fun, super cute. They would work for the rest of the summer, but also through the fall. Just very cute. Block heel platform sandals with a little ankle strap, and because I've heard such good things about Margot, them being like really comfortable heels that you can wear all day and things like that, I really want to try them to see if the hype is true.
Yeah,
so
I'll be curious because I don't own a pair of Margot.
Yeah.
I really don't. It's also a brand that like so many influencers do talk about.
Yeah.
But I don't have any. I tend to, I don't know, get the same shoe brands on and on and on. I really do.
I know.
Yeah. Sam
Constantly.
Edelman, Mark Fisher, Steve Madden. Those are my go-tos. Schutz. I actually love Schutz quite a bit.
Yeah.
Veronica Beard. I mean, I've become a big fan of Veronica. And I will share, it's not on any of my picks, hey bud, but Veronica Beard did have some things that I do have my eye on. She has a few handbags, a few pairs of shoes, and there's a blazer or 2 that she has. So anyway, I don't have it in this round of picks, and I'll be curious to see if there's anything in the store.
There might not be,
There might not be. Last year I tried on like a whole ensemble. I had a a floral top, blazer, and then I think
Wasn't
her
that the
jeans.
faux leather blazer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Yeah.
last year. I think it was last year that I managed to find. She had a faux leather skirt,
Yeah.
like a camel colored skirt, and I managed
really
to.
cute.
They didn't
Yeah.
have it in my size, but I had them order it for me from the
Yeah.
store, which was
Yeah.
a nice benefit of actually being in the store and knowing, you know, ahead of time what I wanted and what
Yeah.
I was looking for.
Yeah. And that is one of our recommendations is, you know, go look at the luxury designers and see what's on sale, because this is a really good time to shop them.
Yeah.
Is during the anniversary sale.
Yeah, and sometimes, like I said, with like the Margot shoes, like I didn't even know that Nordstrom carried that brand. I thought they just kind of were on their own, and just never really seeing them come on sale or being able to afford them. You kind of see something like that pop up in the sale, and you're like, oh wow, okay, it might be my chance.
Yeah.
So
there's a few brands. So Vince, I always take a look at Vince. For the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. I love Vince. Veronica Beard's another one. Lafayette 148 had a beautiful little ensemble. I mean, they're wildly expensive. Even on sale, they're wildly expensive.
They kind of even blow Veronica Beard out of the water in terms of expensive.
They do. But anyway, that's just another way to shop the sale. So my next one, so these are from Steve Madden. These are boots. These are the Woodstock knee-high boot, and they have this one, and actually they have another one very similar that has a shorter heel. So if you don't like the height of this heel, there's another one just like it. But why I picked this one is because this is reminiscent of a very famous Chloe knee-high boot that's very popular, that, you know, continues to be popular, you know, to this day. So this is on the lines of that. And so they have the rust leather. I like that color. And then it also comes in navy, and which I actually really like the navy.
Yeah.
Nordstrom had a whole, I mean, blue must be like one of the big colors this year, because they had quite a section of blue items.
Yeah.
So, but the blue is quite stunning.
Yeah.
And they're, again, very affordable, $149.99 for a pair of boots, leather boots. I think
great.
And there again, Steve Madden's also a great brand when it comes to shoes and boots. So
nice. I like them.
Yeah.
I really like the chunkiness of that heel.
I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, next on my list, number 14. So I don't wear jewelry very much at all. And so if I do spring for some jewelry, I've talked about it on a YouTube live before, where I will usually not actually spring for jewelry and just kind of get cheaper stuff at factory stores and J. Crew and stuff like that, just because I don't wear it that often. But I always look during Nordstrom Anniversary Sale to see if there's any brands that I think are particularly nice that I wouldn't necessarily spring for in normal, you know, normal times, but that go on sale. And Jenny Bird is one of those jewelry makers that I think makes really cool and modern jewelry that I could see myself wearing. And in times past, every time I've picked out a Jenny Bird thing, even a Monica Vinader thing on the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale is always gone before we even get there. So this year I'm hoping maybe this one will work. So this is number 14. It's Jenny Bird mixed metal paperclip necklace. So it's just a really simple necklace, but I love that it has the silver on one side and the gold on the other side. That's just really fun to wear. My wedding rings are like that, where they're platinum on one side and gold on the other, and so it's just kind of a fun way to bring that into another piece. So I'm really hoping that I can get this, because it's on sale for $89, down from $168.
I like it.
So that is a very affordable, nice piece of jewelry quality.
And it's a nice brand. I have a pair of Huggy earrings from Jenny Bird, and I have just a really beautiful, it's just a little petite bangle from Jenny Bird. And I like to wear that, especially if I'm stacking bracelets. It's really nice one to throw in, so I like that.
Yeah.
I hope you get that.
I hope I do too. Gosh, I really hope.
I know, right?
I put it in my wish list, so I will be reminded if it, or notified if it sells out, which I think it probably will.
Well, I have another pair of boots. So these are from Vince, and I just spoke of Vince. It's just a great brand. Originated in California. Very minimalistic, very coastal, very modern. But I love these boots. These are Western without like being over the top, you know, cowboy boots. And I just had shared with Kelly, I purchased a pair of cowboy boots last fall. They're Jeffrey Campbell's, and I don't know, I probably should have sent them back. I thought I liked them at the time. You know how that span, you know, I mean, if you don't return them, like quickly, then you're SOL.
You're stuck.
So I thought I liked them in the period where I could actually return them, but then I put them on with so many different outfits, and I'm like, nah. And I think it's the stitching on them.
So too cowboy.
Yeah. So these really caught my eye because it's very simple, very, again, minimalistic, just very true to Vince's brand aesthetics, and I really like these. So this is olive wood is the color, and they're suede, and they are shorter, so I don't necessarily see myself wearing them like with a short skirt or anything like that, but I think they would be perfect for wider leg jeans, and then you don't have boots that go all the way to your knees.
Right.
Or like a longer skirt, but anyway, these caught my eye. So
I like those.
it's a beautiful color.
It really is. And with Vince, it's going to be, the quality is going to be amazing.
I know. And he has, I have actually quite a few of his shoes.
Do you? I have one pair of Vince shoes that I've loved. I've had them for a very long time.
Yeah.
And they're very,
good.
Very nice shoes.
Yep.
So next on my list, number 15, this is a really simple item, and I actually do look to the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale for stuff like this because it's just really easy to stock up on things that you may have been like last winter. You're like, oh gosh, I wish I had a hoodie sweater. Well, this is my time to get those things. So Nordstrom Cashmere Sweater Hoodie. So this is just a really super simple hoodie, nothing fancy. It's a pullover, so there's no zippers or anything like that. And I really like this tan. The color is called Tan Memoir, and it kind of looks like a pinkish, kind of a light Himalayan salt pink color or something. But it also comes in a gray, blue color, and then also black. But just a really simple, easy, elevated sweatshirt to have. Because I find myself like wanting to, sometimes go out and not get very dressed up or not do anything that is fancy or whatever, but just wanting something that is casual, but yet
you're pulled together.
Feels good. Yeah.
You're polished.
Yeah. And so this is a Nordstrom, made by Nordstrom. On sale, it will be $139 or $140, and then after sale, it jumps up to $210. So that to me felt like a really good deal on a cashmere sweater.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can find that, and I will take whatever color they have available.
I like the one that you.
All of them.
Yeah, I like the one that you showed.
Yeah, the Tan Memoir is a very pretty color, but yeah,
it's a beautiful neutral. That reminds me kind of like a Jenny Kane sweater.
Oh yeah. It is kind of like that, isn't it? It's just so simple.
Which I like.
Yeah, so that's on my list.
Okay, well, next on my list is Rag & Bone again, and it's an accessory, and this is a handbag. So this is their small Prospect crossbody tote, and they also have a larger one, so you could go either way with this. And so I like the color. It's chocolate. I mean, you cannot go wrong with suede. There again, it's texture. It's just a great handbag to have, great silhouette. I'm guessing, I don't see the inside of it, but I'm guessing it's a little bit cavernous on the inside, but it has a beautiful zipper on the outside that I liked. And I like the grommets that it's, so it's little details like that that I'm always like looking for. So all those things caught my eye. So I think that'd be a beautiful addition.
I like that, yeah. This chocolate brown color is going to be popular again this year. It started to come in toward the end of winter, midwinter last year, and I really like it. I just feel like it's just perfect for the colder seasons.
It is.
Really dark chocolate brown.
Well, before you go on to your next one, do we have anyone else that stopped by?
Not yet. No, we don't.
Okay, we had everybody.
Yep.
I just want to make sure if anybody stopped by to say hello, that we said hello to you. And again, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, before we zip off, you still have some time to do that. So.
Yeah. If anyone out there wants to ask a question or anything like that, we are here for it. So on my list, I'm going to jump back up to what's kind of near the top of my list, though in no particular order. Number 2 on my list, I have a Barber quilted jacket.
I love that.
So I have a few different quilted jackets. They're all from J. Crew, which is totally great. I love them. But I thought this year it might be worth splurging on something that I know will last me forever. I think I have the photo that I think I put up is black, but if I saw this in person, I think I might go for the trench color, which is kind of a tan with a little bit darker and this is why I think the different colors other than black are kind of nice, is because the collar and the line, like the piping around the front and the bottom of the jacket and the sleeves is just a little bit different than the overall color of the jacket. But I'd have to see it in person and see, you know, see what I think. But I don't have a Barber quilted jacket yet.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, great brand, great quality, and it will last you the rest of your life.
Forever, yeah.
It really will. So.
Yeah, I also really like the layerability because we are, as you have heard a little bit about, my husband and I are planning a trip to Ireland and Scotland this winter. So having something like this that I can layer under heavier coats would be really nice.
Yeah.
So.
And great for our Georgia's winters too, because it's weather resistant. We tend to be rainy.
Yeah.
That's what our winters are like. So yeah, which is I love mine for that factor right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. Well, my next one is a pair of sunglasses, and this is always funny because I always tend to come home with one pair of designer sunglasses.
I usually do too.
Almost always from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. I can show you all of my sunglasses that I have purchased at the sale. So this is on my list. So these are Dior, and they're square sunglasses. And really why I like them is because they're pink. Yeah. They look kind of like a reddish pink. They're not like pink like what was the gang in Greece?
The Pink Ladies?
The Pink Ladies, yeah. So it's not like that. So it's a more subdued pink. So it's a matte pink. They call it a gradient smoke. But I thought these were really beautiful. And square sunglasses, I mean, that's just a great shape. That's always, I mean, it's never really goes out of style. So, yeah.
I like those. Yeah, the color is cute.
Yeah. So how about one more for you and one more for me, and then we'll wrap it up.
That sounds good. So I, the only pair of kick flare pants that I have on my list, so this is number 7. These are the Theory kick flare check pants.
Oh, cute. Pattern.
Yeah, so just it's a very fine houndstooth, almost like kind of from a distance the pants almost look just gray. So if you get up close though and do a little zoom in, it's just that really nice fine check.
So I mean, Theory makes beautiful clothes, and I love their pants. Is that a side zip or is that a pull-on?
It's a side zip.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Is it a pull-on?
I'm actually thinking that the side zips are pockets.
Oh.
Yeah, the zippers on the sides are pockets, and I think that they might be pull-on.
Yeah, because Theory does a really good job with pull-on pants.
Yeah.
And they're very, they just have a really nice fit. Very simple, but I like that pattern.
Well, I've never actually, this is another fancier brand that I have never sprung for. So I'm hoping I can check these out and see if they're worth the price of admission. They're on sale. The sale price is $194.99, so $195, and then after sale they go up to $295. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, this is the time to pull the trigger. So I'm hoping that I can find these.
Yeah. Well, I will mention Theory doesn't go on sale. I mean, there are some brands that are always on sale. We know who you are. It's just like, why don't you just reduce the price? But no, I just think we just get suckered into the sale. Yeah. But I will mention Theory does not go on sale very often. Yeah. So when they do, pay attention. It's a beautiful fit and very, again, quality.
And this is one of the things as a petite, I will buy them even if they are too long and they are worth, the $20 or $30 hemming, or my seamstress is she's very fast, and she's also very cheap. Yeah. She's my neighbor, so she gives me a good deal.
She's really good.
But they are definitely a buy like this with $100 off of the sale of the regular price is totally worth tailoring those to fit me.
Yeah, and I like that pattern too.
Classic.
Very classic. So, okay, well, my last piece is from Monica Venator, and I love Monica Venator. I partnered with them several times over here on YouTube. Great jewelry brand. Again, they can be a little bit pricey for, they're just, they're not, it's not like a David Yurman or a Lagos or anything like that, but anyway, definitely quality. So I like this. They call it the Ulta Capture Pearl Charm Bracelet, and y'all know I love pearls. So this caught my eye, and I just thought it would just be a beautiful addition.
I saw that too, and I thought, oh, I bet you Beth's going to put that on her list. Yeah.
So it's on sale. I mean, it'll after the sale it will be $548, which is
That's a lot.
that's a chunk of change. And even on sale it's $364.99, but that's like $200 off.
Yeah.
Which is considerable.
Yeah.
It really is. But I do. But there again, Monica Venator, great brand, class all the way. I've never had any problems with any of the jewelry that I purchased from them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay. Well, anything else we'd like to say about our preview, our Nordstrom Anniversary preview? You will be, I mean, we don't really want to like inundate everybody this year. We've really kind of decided not to we're not going to be constantly covering Nordstrom, but you will hear about Nordstrom from us. But
yeah, we will talk about it, but we're not going to spend as much time on it as we have in the past.
Yeah.
So.
But there again, everything is linked in the description box. You can shop that way. You can also go over to the blog. We'll have the blog link down below. I mean, right now we're just in preview mode, but as the weeks go on, because we can shop until August 3rd, which is
crazy.
I can't even believe it's going to be the 4th of July, let alone August. But anyway, we'll have all of our picks over there. So keep checking back. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we will see you actually Tuesday next week, because then we will be covering Amazon Prime picks. That's the first day of Amazon Prime. And this year, not only do we have 2 days of shopping, no, not 3 days of shopping, we have 4 days of Amazon Prime, which is, I think that's a lot too. But
it is.
But I will say, I've gotten some pretty sweet things over there, and big ticket items, like a Dyson vacuum cleaner, or an air purifier, just things like that. That's what I tend to shop for during the Prime sale. But anyway, so stay tuned, because we will have our picks on Tuesday. Then we zip up to Atlanta, spend the night, and then we'll be shopping on Wednesday at our Atlanta store. So, okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, ladies, for stopping by, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks.